I'm going to show you my ongoing project, RadioRhizome, that has been active in different phases and locations for the past 3 years. This is a site-specific, multifaceted work utilizing radio transmitting to create soundscapes, performances, and socio-environmental work. The site you are viewing is close to Palisade, Minnesota at Mississippi headwaters, within Native American and Anishinaabe treaty land, 3 hours north of Minneapolis and St. Paul. This iteration of RadioRhizome started with early 2020 multiple visits to help building infrastructure, temporary and permanent housing, kitchen, and sanitary facilities on the camp, which was purchased by Native organizations to challenge and oppose Enbridge Pipeline3. The original fracking oil pipeline coming from Canada was abandoned due to high costs of maintenance and many leaks, and a new one was approved that goes right through Anishinaabe-Ojibwe treaty lands, leveling acres upon acres of woodlands, passing through water bodies and under Mississippi headwaters to make its way to northeast Minnesota to the Lake Superior. In 2018 and 19, during my fellowship and residency in Wiseman Museum, we turned the museum's metal facade into a radio antenna. And in collaboration with ACLU Minnesota and Center for New Americans, we engaged and worked with a wide range of issues facing immigrant communities across the Minnesota. The radio was used to carry out performances across the campus on University of Minnesota and the museum. Immigrant communities experience war-like living conditions under the constant threat of ICE. And here is when my experience living and growing up in Iran-Iraq war zone connected with theirs. I adopted a 3-color code system we had in Iran during the war, announcing air raids, and implemented those in our radio. The radio would continuously broadcast code-wide peace, and then if an ACLU member notified us about a raid, we would switch the code to yellow, raid is probable, or red, which means the raid is imminent.
Attention, attention. This is called yellow. We have received reports of immigration enforcement activity outside of the Mikan plant. We have investigated and we cannot yet confirm any reports. Atención. Este es un código amarillo. Hemos recibido reportes de migración afuera de la planta de carne. Hemos investigado y todavía no podemos confirmar que migración está presente.
I could convey the anxiety of immigrant communities into the spaces of privilege, white cubes, museums, university buildings, and other spaces. This project requires coordinating and organizing a large number of people, content contributors, experts, lawyers, engineers, performers, volunteers, and community leaders. It requires trust and creating a sense of openness. It is a platform like Rhizome itself with open doors. This was brought to the Honor the Earth camp with the same idea. We established the station digitally and physically within the legal limits compliant with the codes. What you are seeing here is the latest Soundscape on October 30th, 2021 that covers acres of land and accompanies visitors who come to the camp with a platform that facilitates contemplation, healing, hard questions that require self-reflection more than anything.
Water is this connection between me and all the other living creatures on this planet.
Oh dear, this is Housebot, Mari, speaking. I am calling to inform you of the climatic anomalies being predicted for the coming days. High temperatures exceeding those of the 2012 drought heights will persist throughout the week. Power outages will likely shut down the remaining seawater desalination plants for several days. I'm activating emergency protocols on the estate security system to prevent looting and water theft while you are away. Enjoy your business trip in Iceland. Weather forecasts say it is quite lovely there. I packed your swim shorts and sunscreen in the event that you go to the beach during your stay there. Housebot Mary will sleep soon to conserve power. Activate Housebot Mary when you return. Goodbye.
The river is frozen, but still it flows.
The river is frozen, but still it flows.
Down the road there is a cemetery on the banks of the river. One day the river will flood or change course, eroding the banks and liberating those corpses from their entombment. Perhaps that is a sort of rapture. The pipeline too carries corpses, the fossilized bodies of ancient beings beyond our wildest imaginings, and the countless lives that comprise the down payment and compounding interest of this apocalyptic economy. They are planning to build this pipeline under the same river. The river is frozen, but still it flows.
The river is frozen, but still it flows.
The word for the deepest part of a riverbed is the thalweg. There the current is strongest. This is what they must drill beneath, and this is also where the oil will sit when the pipeline inevitably leaks and spills. This is a different sort of rapture. The river is frozen, but still it